Welcome to Bipolar Talks, a channel where we mindfully explore the complexities of bipolar disorder, break down stigma, and hold space for honest conversations. Whether you're navigating your own diagnosis or supporting someone who is, we're here to walk this journey with you. One story, one insight at a time. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this episode with anyone who might benefit from it. Your support helps us keep creating thoughtful, meaningful content for our growing mental health community. Today's episode is a big one. We're exploring the question, managing bipolar without medication, is it possible? It's a question many people ask, especially those who struggle with side effects, feel disconnected from their treatment, or simply want to understand all their options. Let's explore this together, with curiosity and compassion. Chapter 1. Why some people consider going without medication. Let's start with the why. Why do some people with bipolar disorder want to try managing it without medication? First, there's the side effects. Mood stabilizers, antipsychotics, antidepressants, they can all come with significant downsides. Weight gain, sedation, emotional blunting, memory fog, tremors, even metabolic changes. These side effects can make people feel like they're losing themselves. Then there's the issue of identity and autonomy. Some people feel like medication changes who they are. They might say, I don't feel like me anymore. Others just want to know, is there another way? Can I understand myself well enough to live without needing pills every day? And sometimes the decision is rooted in philosophy or personal beliefs. Some may prefer a more natural approach. Others come from cultures or backgrounds that are skeptical of psychiatric medication. Have you ever felt conflicted about medication? It's more common than you think. Chapter 2. The Science of Bipolar. Why medication is the gold standard. While these reasons are valid and deeply personal, let's ground ourselves in the science for a moment. Bipolar disorder is a biological illness. Brain imaging studies have shown real, measurable differences in the brain activity of those with bipolar disorder. There are changes in how neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin function, and in how areas of the brain responsible for emotion regulation communicate with each other. Because of this, most psychiatrists consider medication to be the cornerstone of treatment. Mood stabilizers like lithium, valproate, lamotrigine, and atypical antipsychotics have decades of research showing they reduce the frequency and intensity of episodes, both manic and depressive. Here's a powerful fact. Untreated bipolar disorder has a very high recurrence rate. Without treatment, most people will experience another episode, sometimes more intense than the last. So why do people still wonder about going without meds? Because despite this, meds don't always work for everyone. And even when they do, they come with trade-offs. That leads us to a powerful idea. What if medication isn't the only answer? What if it's one piece of a larger puzzle? Chapter 3. Stories from the community, those who tried without meds. Let's bring in some real voices now. There are people, perhaps even someone listening right now, who have managed their bipolar symptoms with little or no medication. But it's rare. And it's not a one-size-fits-all journey. Some share that they've gone years without a full-blown episode, relying on intense structure, daily mood tracking, and early intervention strategies. Others lean heavily on therapy, nutrition, mindfulness, and exercise. For example, someone with a diagnosis of bipolar 2, who tends to experience more depression and fewer, less intense hypomanic episodes, might be more successful in self-managing without medication than someone with bipolar I, who has a history of psychotic mania or mixed states. But even those who have gone off medication often say this, it's not easy. It's a full-time job. It takes vigilance, support, and deep self-awareness. Chapter 4. Core elements of non-medication management. So if you're thinking about trying to manage bipolar without medication, or with minimal medication, what are the non-negotiables? Let's break it down. 1. Therapy, especially CBT and DBT. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, helps you identify unhelpful thought patterns and build healthier behaviors. Dialectical behavior therapy, DBT, teaches emotional regulation, distress tolerance, and mindfulness skills. 2. Sleep hygiene. Sleep disruption is a major trigger for mood episodes. Going even one night without proper rest can be enough to spark a manic or depressive shift. Sleep needs to be protected like gold. Same bedtime, same wake-up time, no late-night screen time, and no caffeine in the evening. 3. Structured routine. Chaos fuels instability. Structure anchors the mind. Having consistent daily routines, meal times, work hours, exercise, social time, can help prevent mood swings and reduce triggers. 4. Mindfulness and meditation. These tools help you notice your internal states without reacting impulsively. Meditation has been shown to decrease rumination, improve emotional regulation, and lower anxiety, all of which support stability. 5. Physical exercise. Regular physical activity helps regulate mood and sleep. Aerobic exercise can also increase neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change and heal. 6. Nutrition and supplements. There's growing evidence that omega-3s, magnesium, and a diet low in sugar and processed foods can help with mood regulation. 7. Support system. Whether it's a therapist, peer group, family, or friends, you need people who can reflect back to you when your behavior starts to shift. Mood tracking apps and journaling also help you catch early signs. 8. Crisis plan. Even if you're not on meds, have a written plan in place for what to do if you start showing signs of mania or deep depression. Include who to call, what signs to look for, and when to seek medical support. Have you built your own support toolbox yet? Chapter 5. The risks of going off medication. We need to talk about the risks too mindfully and without fear-mongering. Relapse is common. Most people who go off meds will eventually have another episode. Sometimes that episode is severe. Sometimes it includes psychosis, hospitalization, or even legal consequences. There's also the kindling effect, a theory that the more episodes you have, the more sensitized your brain becomes, making future episodes more likely and more severe. Another risk is losing insight. During mania, you might feel great and believe you don't need help when you actually do. That's why many people who choose to go med-free often return to meds later, sometimes with more clarity and acceptance than before. Chapter 6. Harm reduction and hybrid models. So maybe the question isn't meds or no meds. Maybe it's, how do I make the best decision for me? Safely, with support, and without shame. Some people take a harm reduction approach, reducing the dosage, only using meds during acute episodes, or combining meds with intensive lifestyle strategies. Others adopt a hybrid model, using low-dose meds while also committing to therapy, nutrition, and structure. This allows them to experience fewer side effects while maintaining some chemical stability. There's also psychiatric reevaluation, where people reassess their diagnosis over time. Some individuals initially diagnosed with bipolar disorder may later be re-diagnosed with something else, like ADHD or PTSD. This is why ongoing assessment and trusted care is so vital. Chapter 7. What experts say. Many mental health professionals understand why people want to reduce or stop medications. The key, they say, is don't go it alone. Work with a psychiatrist or prescriber who's open to a collaborative plan. Look for someone who respects your values, listens deeply, and works with you, not against you. If you decide to taper, do it slowly, very slowly. Sudden withdrawal from mood stabilizers or antipsychotics can cause withdrawal symptoms or even trigger a rapid relapse. Above all, make sure your risk factors are low. Stable housing, no recent trauma, solid support system, financial stability, and a track record of insight into your own mental health. Chapter 8. You are the expert on you. Here's the truth. Bipolar disorder is a lifelong condition, but it doesn't mean you'll always feel this way. You are not broken, and you are not powerless. Medication can be life-saving. For many, it's the difference between survival and chaos. But that doesn't mean it's your only tool, nor does it mean you have to blindly accept it without asking questions. This is your brain, your life, your story. The goal isn't to reject medication or to rely on it blindly, but to find a treatment path that honors your humanity, your preferences, and your well-being. If this episode resonated with you, take a moment to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let us know your story. Have you tried managing bipolar without medication? What's worked? What hasn't? We want to hear from you in the comments. Let's keep holding space for curiosity, compassion, and growth. And remember, this YouTube video is for informational purposes only. It's not a substitute for professional advice. Always consult with a psychiatrist, psychologist, or mental health expert before making changes to your treatment plan. You're not alone. We're walking this path together. See you in the next episode, only here on Bipolar Talks.